that three scientists, Stephen Hawking,
Late Stephen Hawking.
the late Stephen Hawking,
He was an atheist.
Albert Ellis, and Roger Penrose, they were analyzing Einstein's theory of general relativity.
Right.
You know, general relativity has to do with velocity. Special relativity has to do with acceleration. Okay, they were looking at Einstein's equations of general relativity, and they discovered something. They discovered that Einstein didn't go far enough. When they extrapolated his equations, they discovered that according to the equation, time, space, and matter had a beginning. Yes. So, they have to exist together. If you have matter, you have to have a space in which to put it. And you have a time in which it existed. So time, space, and matter exist together. In Genesis chapter 1, as Angela's pointing out, it says, in the beginning, what is that?
Time.
Time. In the beginning.
God
time.
created the heavens, space, and the earth, matter. You see the word heavens there is rakia, the Hebrew word rakia, which means an expanse.
Yeah, there's more than one heaven.
Well, before we get into the different compartments, the concept of heaven here, as it used in Genesis, it means an expanse, not a solid dome, as some atheists try to make it. You go back into the language, you discover the Bible is not trying to say the heavens are a solid dome, it's expanse. The birds fly in the firmament of heaven, you know. So, the word earth, the word there in Hebrew is eret, which means matter in general. It's translated earth in that text. But what it is saying, God created space, time, and matter. And notice they have to exist simultaneously. One cannot exist before the other. So, if God created time, according to the book of Genesis, it doesn't make sense to ask the question, who created God? Because beginnings, origins occur in time.
So he's outside of it.
If there's no time,
And there's nothing. You can't
Yes.
create anything
Something that
before
never
then.
had a beginning.
yes, exactly. You know, we are bound by time. You know, so we get older every day. We were born at a certain time. We die at a certain time. And we cannot be only in one place at a time. But God, who is outside of time, does not need anyone to create him. He existed, he has no beginning and no end, he just exists. And since he created space, he's not confined by space. He created space, you see? And he created matter. God is spirit, right? So God is everywhere. He's outside of space, he's outside of time, he's outside of matter. The atheist will still object because he doesn't believe that, but he cannot prove otherwise. You understand?